I, 28F, thought he 35M, was proposing it was earrings. Hey everyone, I'm feeling really confused and honestly a bit embarrassed, so I need some new perspective. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. We've talked about marriage, looking at rings, discussing timelines, the whole deal. Last month, he told me he booked us a surprise weekend in Cabos because Costco Travel had a great deal for an all-inclusive resort. He kept telling me to pack my best dresses, get mani-pedi, and gave me a gift card to my hair salon. Naturally, my brain went straight to a proposal. My friends thought so too. During our dinner at the restaurant on the beach, he held both of my hands and said, "I am so proud of everything you've achieved this year, and I want us to celebrate the next chapter." He pulled out a small velvet box, and it was a pair of diamond studs. They are stunning and huge. They're the pair I pointed to him when we went to get my necklace repaired at the jeweler. However, not what I was expecting. For context, I got a nice promotion at work 2 months ago. We already celebrated with a nice dinner back then. I spent the rest of the night trying to look grateful, but felt like I'm the one who was being delusional. Am I being ungrateful for a beautiful gift and trip? How do I even bring this up without sounding like a spoiled brat? I feel like I've seen this in a rom-com. If this aligns with your timeline for a proposal, then you should tell him what everything looked like to you and how you are feeling about it. If you are to be life partners, then this is something to share. What advice are you looking for? You got a nice trip and a lovely gift. Sounds like a nice young fellow. 34F and 32M. Fiancé gambled away our wedding fund after 4 years together. I 34F have been with my fiancé, 32M, for almost 4 years. He proposed last year, and we were in the process of planning our future together. Recently, I found out that he took almost $7,000 out of our joint wedding fund without telling me. He later admitted that he used the money to online gamble and was trying to get himself out of a financial hole. This has never been an issue in our relationship before, and I truly had no idea he had a gambling problem. I feel completely blindsided and betrayed. It's not just about the money, it's the secrecy, the broken trust, and the realization that this was happening behind my back. To make things more complicated, there's a 10 years old involved. He's not our child, but he is my family member and I'm his legal guardian. My fiancé has been a major father figure in his life. When I kicked my fiancé out, the child was devastated. He already struggles with abandonment issues, and I can see how deeply this has affected him too. That part breaks my heart the most. My fiancé has shown a lot of remorse. He's apologized, says he hit rock bottom, and told me he plans to attend GA. I could see how low he was, and it hurt to see someone I love in that state. At the same time, I don't know how to reconcile what he did or how to protect myself and the child moving forward. I make a decent amount of money, and now I'm terrified at the thought of sharing finances when we're married. I'm so torn. I love him, but I'm terrified of what this means long term. Has anyone been through something similar, especially with addiction and trust issues? How did you handle it? Is recovery realistic in situations like this? Any advice or perspective would really help. I feel so lost right now. You have a child to provide for. Anyone who prioritizes their addiction over financial stability, food, utilities, and the well-being of that child is a liability, not a partner. Love alone cannot compensate for that level of risk. He did you a favor. It's a message, the wedding fund. Dump his worthless ass and never look back unless he's willing to go straight into addiction and house therapy for like weeks on end because this dude is sick. Next you know he will be posting quotes about how women only value men for what they provide and how nobody's there for men when they're struggling rolling on the floor laughing. I 25F am 8 weeks postpartum and I'm just so tired. Am I asking too much of my husband, 29M? Me, 25F/husband, 29M, married 5.5 years. I'm 8 weeks post-pa-rtum, and I'm just exhausted. Physically, emotionally, mentally. I don't even know if I'm overreacting anymore, or if I'm just too mad/hormonal to see things clearly. Tonight before we showered, my husband asked if he could play more video games afterward. I said yes probably, but asked him to do 2 small things first. Take out the diaper pail, it was completely full, and grab my phone from the car while he took the trash out. I didn't think it was a big ask. We showered and things got intimate. I'm still really sore postpartum, so it was just hand stuff for him. He finished. He offered to do things for me, but I said no because I was already sore that day and didn't want to make it worse. I'm still healing, but I wanted us to feel close. After that, he changed the baby and got her ready for bed, then got on his games and forgot the diaper pail. I would have let it wait until the next day, except it was overflowing, and if it didn't get done it would have ended up being my problem. At the same time, it was late, and I still had to bag and freeze my pumped breast milk and wash my pump parts so I could get through the night. I feel like my to-do list never ends. So I reminded him about the diaper pail. He got annoyed but took out the trash, then forgot my phone. When I reminded him again, he got it, but it was obvious he was upset that he had to get off his game. For context, he's back at work after maternity leave and wakes up early, and I know he's tired. But he doesn't wake up with the baby at night. The bassinet is on my side of the bed, and I do all the nighttime feedings and diaper changes. I'm tired too, and my body is still recovering. What hurt the most is realizing that he had energy for intimacy and video games, but not for following through on two simple things I asked for. Later, he asked if I was mad. I said yes. He said he was mad too, and that he was mad first. Eventually he apologized and said he was sorry for making me sad, but then said that I also made him sad, which made me ever more mad, like, really, dude. I feel like he only apologized so that he could also bring up that he was upset too, and also this isn't the pity Olympics, I don't care if you're more sad than me. I'm sick of the resentment and feeling like I'm a burden for asking for things that aren't even really for me, there for the baby. I don't want this to turn into something bigger. I'm just exhausted, and I don't know if what I'm asking for is reasonable anymore. Also, he woke up this morning trying to act like everything is just fine. I feel like he's the one not pulling his weight, and not it's my problem to fix on top of everything else I do. I don't have the energy to fix it, and be nice and explain why I'm upset with him in a nice way so it doesn't escalate. Sounds like you have 2 children, your baby and husband. Stop putting up with this, he's acting like a child. You're tired, sore, and having to mother a baby and a man-child, and that's unfair. No, you aren't asking too much. He sounds like a real peach/S face with rolling eyes. You need to take some time to think about this, because these men rarely change. Based off your post and your comments, you had a baby with a grown man that might as well be a toddler. He needs to step the hell up and actually be an adult, or you need to get rid of him. Go for full custody and as much child support as you can. My 28F boyfriend, 31M, is upset if dishes aren't done instantly. So basically, my chores include the following. /most household cleaning, including vacuuming, mopping, dishes, tidying up, shower scrubbing, putting things away, etc. /all cooking. /laundry. /pet/child care. /groceries. He mostly handles trash, outdoor maintenance when it's relevant, and will occasionally do household work. This all said, he is constantly on me about washing dishes. In past relationships, I've always cooked, I am good at it and enjoy it, and my partners have always done the dishes. That said, my partner now refuses to wash dishes because he finds it gross. As a result, they frequently sit overnight and get loaded into the dishwasher/hand washed in the morning the next day. Reason being that I typically wake up at 5 a.m., leave for work at 6 a.m., get off work at 5:30 p.m., commute home until 6:30 p.m., take care of our pets/cook until 8 p.m., then I just want to rest/do bedtime routines after eating. He usually works from home and gets off at 4 p.m., so he has a substantial amount of free time that I don't. He constantly tells me that his mom never let dirty dishes sit overnight. When I tell him that he can also do them, he argues that he shouldn't have to, and he hates doing it. I get it, but also, I'm exhausted and feel really unappreciated. I feel like I do so much, and it's never enough, and he's not receptive to this at all. Is it really that crazy to let dishes dish soaking overnight? What is crazy is that he basically does nothing around the house, and you've allowed this situation. I'd be going on strike, and be looking for a partner who's willing to contribute equally. So you signed up to be a trad wife without the financial providing, and still also go work a job. Girl, be real. Men do gross things. If the dishes bother him, he can put on his big boy pants and do them.